What's going on, people? Machiavelli Mills TV, man. And look, y'all, a lot of y'all may not or may be new to my channel. And on this channel, I tell my truth. For the most part, unfiltered. So when I'm talking about these topics, you'll sometimes hear vulgarities. You'll hear me getting loud, and that's because I'm really passionate about the topic that I'm speaking about, right? And some things strike a nerve within me. Sometimes I'm just having fun with it, so on and so forth. But regardless of that, I don't care like if some people that watch these videos don't like how I come across in them. It is what it is. You know, you can always go to another channel, right? But some things like I really have to, before I make videos, I sit back and I just listen and I watch before I make certain videos concerning certain topics because I'm trying to see something. When it came to the Buffalo shooting massacre, you know, I wanted to sit back and watch, right? Watch people and how they, how they covered the incident, how they talked about it, how, if there were think pieces about this shooting, right? And I really wanted to observe the celebrity population because I see a discrepancy between how Will Smith's Oscar slap of Chris Rock was covered and how the Buffalo black hate crime was covered. And there's a big discrepancy, right? Celebrities like Judd Apatow, Amy Schumer were so loud about how traumatized, oh my God, how in fear they were over a physical altercation between two grown-ass men, right? But when it comes to a black hate crime, they're quiet now, right? You could really hear a rat piss on cotton when it comes to their sentiments about a white supremacist causing terror amongst black people in a supermarket, right? Murdering them. I don't hear them talking about how traumatized they are by the black hate crime. Like, this is a hate crime that should have traumatized the entire nation, right? But when it comes to this, they're not as we don't see all these think pieces coming out. We don't see all these, oh my God, these individual interviews about it, so on and so forth. But the Oscars ordeal had y'all shook beyond belief, right? Quite interesting. And when I first made a video concerning the topic, and I'm like, all these celebrities are acting like it's the end of the world because two grown men, because of an altercation between two grown men. And you should have saw, like, people were talking, oh God, Jesus, oh Jesus, oh God, oh, he slapped him, oh my God, oh, terrible, oh Jesus, all that. Cut that shit out. I'm looking like, fam, if y'all don't relax, bro, like, for real, and you got celebrity, even some black celebrities, Wanda Sykes, acting like, oh my God, the world had ended and her world had changed, like the world that she knew changed before her eyes because a grown man slapped another grown man. As if she ain't never seen folks slap each other or she ain't seen folks knuckle up and whoop each other ass, so on and so forth. It's just like, are y'all serious right now? We got bigger issues going on in the world than two grown men, this occurring between two grown men, and everybody want to act like it's just the end of the damn world. Like, for real, that's the shit that's crazy, man. And let's all read Judd Apatow's tweet about Will Smith's actions regarding the slap, right? This is Judd Apatow's tweet. He could have killed him. That's pure out of control rage and violence. They've heard a million jokes about them in the last 3 decades. They are not freshmen in the world of Hollywood and comedy. He lost his mind. Man, for real though, he could have killed him. Well, let's talk about a white supremacist killing black folks with the N-word across his weapon, right? Going in there targeting black folks like livestock. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the rage and violence that occurred in that, Judd Apatow, right? Let's really discuss your thoughts about that. Let's see if it's a long think piece and all these tweets about that individually, right? Let's really discuss your sentiments about, this racist terrorist going in the black community and shooting and killing 10 people in the grocery store, right? But we don't see no individual thoughts about that. And no, retweets don't count. That's cheating. Anybody can retweet something. No, I want to see it come from your mouth or your words being typed up and describe your sentiments about this whole ordeal. He was berating Will Smith for hours after the slap. But no individual thoughts about the Buffalo Massacre has been shared from him. Quite interesting, right? No individual thoughts, no long think pieces, no talking about, no reprimanding this shooter individually the way he reprimanded Will Smith. And this shit is just quite puzzling. Amy Schumer as well. She just only came out recently saying something after people called her out about not talking about the incident at all. She wasn't retweeting. She wasn't putting it on her Instagram, nothing. Acted as if it didn't happen, right? But she was so loud and all this about Will Smith and everything like that. This shit is very, very, it's crazy to see, man, because this is what I've noticed between this whole situation and the discrepancies between how certain celebrities covered the Buffalo Massacre compared to the Will Smith slap. There are some people in this world who only want to police black folks when it comes to certain transgressions amongst us and our people, right? They want to come in and tell us right from wrong, right? But when something occurs in their own community towards black folks, they don't want to speak out or they don't want to say nothing then, right? There's no policing in their own communities or other communities outside of black folks or the black community, right? And there's no policing. But when it comes to issues amongst black people individually, they don't hesitate to come in with the moral compass, swinging a badge, telling us what ethics and morals really are and so on and so forth. They do that all the time. But when it comes to issues in their own community or communities outside of the black communities, they hush hush. And quite frankly, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. Gayle King, please go interview Jim Carrey about how sickened he is over the mass shooting in Buffalo, right? And I liked Jim Carrey growing up. I was a big fan of Jim Carrey. I watched In Living Color. I watched The Mask. You know what I mean? I love Fun with Dick and Jane. I watched all of that, right? I watched Bruce Almighty, so on and so forth. But he was sickened over Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and how Will Smith got applause and so on and so forth. But you know, I went through, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm just enraged or whatever. I went through Jim Carrey's tweets, and he hasn't tweeted anything in a while. And it's quite funny that he wouldn't come forward and tweet about something like the Buffalo Massacre. How he wouldn't get on Twitter and get on there and talk about something egregious like that, right? So Gayle King, please interview Jim Carrey about this, right? Because I don't know, man. It just did something to me, right? Wanda Sykes, come forth and tell us how traumatized you are about a white supremacist going into a black neighborhood targeting your people. I want to hear that. Let's talk about the traumatization. Tell us about your grief and your fear that you have from this incident, from this black hate crime, right? All Wanda Sykes said was she was sending love and prayers for the families into the Buffalo community. That shit ain't enough. Talking about how traumatized she was. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Will Smith. All that shit. Come on, man. Like, for real. People is out here writing think pieces about it. Long tweet threads and stuff all on Twitter. Long threads on Twitter about, like, what Will Smith smacking Chris Rock meant for the future of our society. All of that. What Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, what it means for our society and how our children are going to be affected by this. Well, let's think about how our children are going to be affected by this when they see this shit on a live stream. When they saw where the live stream is down. But let's talk about how that is going to affect society and our children when they see this type of thing, right? Right? All that, you know, it's just crazy to me. Let's talk about the fear. Wanda Sykes didn't say she was traumatized at all in their tweet about the white supremacists going into the Buffalo community, shooting, killing black folks. She didn't say, you didn't hear anything about any traumatization. She didn't say how in fear and how grief-stricken she is from any of that. It's crazy, man. But again, when it came to 10 people, specifically black folks, getting murdered by white supremacists on a live stream, nobody is speaking about the trauma or how that terrorized them. That is quite something to me. It's quite something to me, man. Some people only have an interest in policing the black community. Even some black folks only want to police our community because they've gotten into these higher up spaces to where they rub shoulders with all these non-black elites, and they got to just talk about how we got it. They want to just wave the iron fist, wave the finger at our community. No. That's not right. That's not how you do that. That's morally corrupt. That's morally wrong. No, we got to be right as American citizens, right? But when it comes to anything, any ordeals in other communities outside of the black community, they ain't got shit to say. There's nothing much to say. When there's transgressions occurring from other communities on black folks, you got black folks that ain't really got much to say but sending love and prayers. And to me, I can't let that slide. I'm sorry. I don't know about y'all. I cannot let that slide, especially when you're so vocal about transgression, certain issues that have occurred between black people. You're so vocal about that. But, you know, when it comes to this right here, when it comes to the Buffalo Massacre, it's nothing said. I don't know, man. Man, the hypocrisy in the two is just, oh my God. Like, you know, telling black folks that you're misbehaving. You're misbehaving. This is immoral. This is immoral. This is wrongdoing. This is, I don't know. This is just like it's corrupt type stuff going on. This is not right. It's not right. Waving a finger, waving an iron fist, swinging an iron fist at black folks when it comes to stuff between us. When we've seen way worse. Man, listen, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I done seen folks slap each other, fight each other, beat each other up, so on and so forth. And I ain't up in here shaking in my boots about another man slapping another man. All that, man. It's like, boy, that shit right there irked me. And I remember I told Melvin, my boy Melvin, I said, Melvin, you see these celebrities acting like it's the end of the fucking world as we know it because Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, right? They acting as if like the world is falling down upon us now because of that. But when it came to this, the Buffalo Shooting Massacre, nobody is, I mean, not nobody, but a lot of those same people who were writing these long-ass essays don't have an essay now. Where's your pen? Well, I know you still have the ability to speak publicly. You still have the ability to tweet out your thoughts and your feelings about, you know, you still have those capabilities. So what's going on now? What's really going on? I need to hear it, man. Maybe everybody else don't feel the same way I do, but I can't let this ride. I'm sorry, man. This shit is just puzzling to me. Crazy. Want to police the black folks. Want to come police black folks and what we got going on between each other. But when it comes to stuff going on in other communities or transgressions that other communities commit against black folks, oh, we'll send out a simple retweet and all of that, sending love and prayers. That shit don't count. I'm sorry. It doesn't. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.